Let's talk about prospecting for a second. And I'm going to talk about it in a different aspect than we've talked about it before. Because in prior episodes, we've talked about prospecting and the skill set of walking up to a stranger. Hey, do you mind if I ask what you do for a living? Cool. How long you been doing that? Do you like it? Do you love it? Hey, is that something you see yourself wanting to do forever? Are you open to learning something new? Do you want to retire at your current position? Cool. Hey, let me get your contact info. Let's exchange info. When I get back to the office, I'll call you and we can set up a time to chat. If it's a good fit, awesome. If not, no big deal. That's the element of prospecting we've talked about in the past. We'll spend a little bit of time on that. I just gave you an example of what that looks like. But in today's world, how do you become a great networker? How do you become a great prospector? How do you become great at making friends? I think that's everything. And no matter how long you've been in business, whether it's 6 months, 12 months, whether it's 6 years or 12 years, whether it's 20 years, this is still a skill that will make you millions of dollars. And this is still a skill that will make a huge impact in your clientele. People become better as a result of you networking and getting to know them. I have clients who become my clients because I meet them out in the world and what we do for them is so good for them and so valuable for them. They get so much upside of being our client, and they would never have that had I did not have a prospecting and networking and friendship making mentality when I go to the gym, when I go to the grocery store, wherever I go. So let's talk about a couple things. First off, it's just cold market prospecting, which is what I just did. What does cold market prospecting require? Number one, it requires 30 seconds of courage. What do I mean by 30 seconds of courage? You got to have 30 seconds, even if you're the biggest chicken and the biggest introvert, as you title yourself, and the biggest scaredy cat to talk to a stranger. It requires 30 seconds of courage for you to walk up to someone, start a conversation because you know they could be a good fit for you in business. You know they could be a great client. You know they could be the one person you're looking for. It requires 30 seconds for you to say, you know what? I could be a chicken all day, but I just need this one moment to walk up to that person and say, excuse me, sir, do you mind if I ask what you do for a living? And a series of questions that's going to allow you just to grab their contact info. There are so many cool people in the world. And I've met some of my greatest friends, some of my best teammates, and some of my best clients by having 30 seconds of courage and just walking up and starting a conversation. I've got a guy named Joey who just became a broker within our firm. He just crossed 6 figures. He's been able to retire. His dad, his wife is a nurse practitioner. She's full-time in business now, was able to walk away from her career doing a nursing. And this is a guy who I walked up to at the gym and said, hey, man, do you mind if I ask what you do for a living? And so that cold market prospecting, it's not so much about what you say. It's just about having 30 seconds of courage to start a conversation. 30 seconds of courage to go up there and deliver the script that you memorized. Hey, man, do you mind if I ask what you do for a living? Oh, I'm a teacher. Hey, how long you been a teacher? You've been doing that for a long time? I've been teaching for 10 years. 10 years is a long time. You must love it. Do you want to do it for the rest of your life? No, not really. I could see myself maybe doing it for, maybe another 10, 15 years, but I don't necessarily want to do it till the day I die. Okay, are you open to learning any other things? Are you open to having a part-time side gig? Are you open to having a side hustle in addition to teaching? Are you open to making more money if it didn't take out of your teaching schedule? If it didn't mess up your life? If it didn't ruin your whole agenda every day? Are you open to having a conversation about it? It's these little series of questions. They say yes, you go, cool, let me get your contact info. That's number one. That's a direct approach where this person knows, hey, when I get back to the office today, I'm going to call you. Okay, so that's as direct as it gets. I met you, and in 2 minutes, I told you that I want to recruit you. I told you that I think you'd be a good fit in business potentially, and I'm going to call you when I get back to the office. Now, there's another approach, which is friendship farming. Friendship farming is a little bit different. What friendship farming is it's when I meet someone, and just like on a farm, we're going to grow crops. We're going to grow a product, right? Friendship farming is where I'm growing a friendship. So I may meet you and we hit it off, but I don't necessarily tell you up front, hey, are you open to learning something new? Are you open to coming into business? Instead, we just chat and we exchange info. One really, really good way to establish with someone what you do in business is to simply ask them what they do. So if I meet someone, I go, hey man, so what do you do for a living? They go, oh, I'm in law enforcement. I'm a police officer. what do you do? So they're automatically going to ask me what I do, and it gives me a chance to introduce what I do without shoving it down their throat and becoming a salesman. I say, what do you do? They answer me. They automatically, what do you do? I get a chance to give them a 10-second preview. Man, I work in the financial industry, or I work in real estate, or I sell solar, or whatever it is, right? For me, I work in the financial industry. We do everything related to money, retirement planning, college funds, life insurance, building estate plans for people to build generational wealth, all that stuff. Typically, someone goes, wow, that's actually stuff I need. That's interesting. Cool. And so I laid a seed. But I'm not going to leave these conversations without establishing a relationship. How do I establish a relationship? Hey, are you on social media? Let me grab your social media. Do you use Instagram? Perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're friends. Why is that powerful? It's so much more powerful than me getting someone's phone number, because I could speed up our relationship 6 to 12 months very simply by getting you on Instagram. How? You get a chance to go on my page. You get a chance to see me, see my family, see what I do for fun, see what I'm all about. I get a chance to go on your page and see you, see your family, see what you do for fun, see what you're all about, see what you post. It gives me a chance to interact with your post, respond to your story, like a couple of your pictures, make a comment or two, make sure we're following each other. And then if I make it a point to interact with you, you're going to pop up at the top of my algorithm. I'm going to see you more often. We interact more often. 3, 4, 5 interactions, whether it's replies, messages, replies to your story, whatever it may be. Now we're friends. We just advanced our relationship 6 to 12 months like that. That's the art of friendship farming. That's the art and the magic of using social media. So that's a more indirect approach. You could call it kind of a drip effect. What does that mean? I'm kind of just dripping on our relationship slowly, making investments into our relationship, spending time into our relationship. But I do it with no outcome and no purpose. That's the secret. You don't do it with I'm going to get this person eventually. I'm going to sell them something eventually. I'm going to recruit them eventually. That's not authentic. What I'm really looking for is, do I like this person? Do I like them as a person? Do I like hanging out with them? Do I like talking to them? Do I like their energy? Do I like their character and what they stand for? Do I like what they post? Do I like their content? Do they seem like a good human? Do they seem like someone that I would want to do business with? Those are things that I'm constantly looking at. I'm constantly analyzing as a recruiter whether or not you're someone I want to recruit. That's what a sports team does. They go watch you. They watch your highlights. They watch you on and off the court. They watch you in the game. They watch the way you work in practice. They watch the time and effort and energy you put in. They watch who you are and your attitude and how you react with your teammates and how you handle conflict and adversity. Like, that's what a recruiter does. A recruiter is constantly looking for talent.